All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Next, double honor to the elders of GMS, a great millstone that rule well and continually teach on down to your brothers. Peace and blessings to the elect, the Bayah Shadawadah, the house of David. Shalom, Akim, Yahweh Hashem Shai, Barakatham to the elect. All right. So, I'm gonna start with the first precept. This Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, and the 17th verse. Hey, cause right now, out there outside over here in the city, it's kind of like raining out, so I didn't really look out the window, but kind of saw from like afar off. So here it is. I get up and then from off my bed. Right, I just step out my door and I'm looking at the living room window and I'm seeing like the floor wet and all that, because us Jake, we love sports, so the first thing I see out my window from the living room is a basketball court, so I see the floor wet. I'm like, oh yeah, rain today. But hey man, I'm still thinking of going to camp. I was thinking of just like going to camp today still, and I had that in my head, but hey, I'm doing this video now, but hey, I don't want to could do camp, sometime soon, because I'm in that spirit, man. I love to do camp, man. I love to go out to camp, I love to go out and do camp, man, But yeah, this is Zephaniah 3:17. It reads, "The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing." You see? So this is what the Lord's going to do for us, man. He's going to save us, man. Starting with, the elect, and then you got the house of Jacob, which is the 1/3, which also considered as the, the house of Judah. So that's who it starts with. It starts with the southern kingdom on down to the northern kingdom, like we usually say. When you look at that 12 tribes chart, we say Judah on down to Issachar, But hey, at the end of the day, it talks about how we're going to be in safety, so none is going to make us afraid, man. We're going to be good. All right. It reads, "I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden." So that's the point. The Lord's going to gather together his elect from the four winds, which is the four corners of the earth, basically. Because, us Jake, man, we're scattered everywhere, man. All right. You could find us anywhere, man, I usually like to say, you got certain Jakes out in the countryside, so that's another thing too, But yeah, man, just because you got a lot of old school Jakes out here still too, and they still able to survive, man. But at the end of the day, this is what we pray for, man. We pray for protection, man. And of course, we looking for this place to be destroyed, man, this system and everything, but we looking to be saved, man. Like, we want our souls to be saved, man, from the destruction to come. You understand? But yeah, this is Isaiah 60 and 22. It reads, matter of fact, I'll start at 19. It reads, "The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself, for the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended." Reading this, man, to be honest, man, this is what it means. It's basically like the Lord's going to be our light, man. We're going to be able to, sup with our Lord. We're going to be able to see our Lord. I don't want to man. We're going to be able to see him come back in the chariots. Because all that stuff you see, like, in the media and all that, some things remain unknown. Like, some people don't even see the stuff we put out. like the exposement of this place, of this society, like us exposing this place. And also the chariots, man. We put out like videos of the chariots. That still remains unknown. You know, some people don't even hear of chariots. They don't even know what that is, to be honest. Why is that? Because they don't read their Bibles, man. But the point is, when reading this, you know that what? That basically, that the Lord is going to be our light, man. All right. So, yeah, it says, the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Yeah, exactly. You see, so there's not going to be no need to be in the house of mourning anymore, because that's going to be ended. We're going to be celebrating. We're going to be rejoicing once this place be destroyed. You know, once we see, you know, the end of this world coming. Like we're in the end days, when the last days, that's when we're going to start rejoicing, man. You know, so calm. And it speaks about that too, you know. Ye holy apostles, rejoice over her, you know. Matter of fact, I could find that. Let me see if I can find that through the Spirit. Let me see right quick. Holy apostles. But yeah, verse 21, it reads, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit, and they shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. Yeah, it's talking about a little child, man. You even gonna have like youngins, young jakes, children in the kingdom, man. They're gonna be considered the children of light. They're gonna be so like they're gonna be considered as, because you have to have that contrite spirit, that contrite heart, or if we paraphrase it. But yes, it's also about, basically the point is that I'm trying to make is that, you know, you're gonna have the youth, our youth. We're gonna get our youth back. We're gonna have a renewed youth, and we're gonna be considered the children of light and the children of the day. You know. So yeah. Yeah, so that's basically the point now, Kim. Let's move on now. This matter of fact, let me go into the Apocrypha right quick. This First Maccabees 5 and 31. It reads, when Judas therefore saw that the battle was begun. So okay. Was begun, and that the cry of the city went up to heaven with trumpets and a great sound. That's funny. We in the city right now. Hey man, you can see the cry of the city right now. You know what I mean? You got like we in the house of mourning, and our cries are going up to the Heavenly Father by way of prayer, man. Right? And let's say verse 32. He said unto his host, fight this day for your brethren. So we gotta lay down our lives for the brotherhood, man. And also gotta fight this day for your brethren. Let's say for our brethren, man. You know, we gotta have self-defense at times too, man. Because of course, it's about offensive of well, like, you know, you have to play both parts, like in sports. Like I was talking about how I saw the, like, of course, you know, when I look out my window, I see the basketball court. When I look out my living room window, I see the basketball court. Or even from any of my rooms. You know what I mean? Even from my room, I mean, Slovakia. Or of any of the rooms that's in the, in this house of mine, like the living room, my room, or even my mom's room, I can still see the basketball court slightly, but I see it more when I'm at the living room. And the point is that in basketball, they play both offense and defense. So that's how we have to be in this thing of ours too when we out there going to camp. You know, because you can't let no man take that crown. You gotta remember, because some people, they might just run up, and they might get offensive. We gotta have that self-defense, and not only that, we just gotta defend ourselves, man. We can't like just let anybody touch you, and or even when it comes to the Akim too, you can't let people just come up somehow to the brothers, you know, to the Akim, because the brotherhood is very important. We gotta fight for our brethren too, you know. So that's the point, you know, because at camp I see brothers stay with the Akim, and then it's like people might pull up in the wrong way, man, and we don't want that happening, man, because we let brotherly love continue, you know. And as in all churches, what it talks about how God is in peace, as in all churches, roughly paraphrase, you know. But yeah, this is verse 33. It reads, so he went forth behind them in 3 companies, who sounded their trumpets and cried with prayer. So that's the point, you know. You just got to cry out to the Lord with prayer, man. And then that's how ultimately, that's how you win a battle, to be honest. I mean, of course, we go to camp, we do our thing. But really, truly, man, like if you want to win a battle, man, the best thing to do is pray, man, because with prayer, man, comes confidence, man. You're going to have that confidence that the Lord is with you, right? You're just going to have faith. You're going to have that faith. You're going to have that confidence, you know, and you know, because you got to make sure when you're praying, don't doubt at all, man. Have that faith. Have that strong faith. Make sure your faith is strong, you know. So, let's go here now. Salakia. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this now. This Psalms 111. It reads in Psalms 111 and verse 7. It reads, "The work of his hands are verity and judgment. All his commandments are sure." Matter of fact, let's get that word for verity. I ain't heard that word. I ain't really ever heard that word before, but let's get it.
Strong's H571. Emeth.
So it reads, oh, look at that. Say firmness, faithfulness, truth, sureness, reliability, stability, continuance. Right. We have to have that continuance. Just as the Lord, he's a continuing force and of power. He's a continuing power that just, or he's just, man, the Most High Yahweh himself, man, the Most High himself, man. You know, the Heavenly Father himself, he's a God of judgment, man. You know, so that's what he continues in. He continues in judgment. And for us, as in this truth, man, we have to be a continuance arrogance to the enemy, man, as in pushing out this gospel, man. We have to be a continuing adversary to these devils, man, because just as they're our adversary, we have to be an enemy to them, you know, like they like to say, enemy of the state. Well, hey, you're not going to find us wanted because honestly, we're not going to, we don't commit such things. We don't break law, statutes, and commandments, you know, so the Lord is going to keep us safe because we're keeping his commandments. We're keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, you understand? But they say enemy of the state if you break a law of the society, a law of the society. But that doesn't matter because their laws, the government of this world, their laws is not really valuable as the Lord's laws are. You know, they're not really, true, or they're really false. Their laws. They're here it is. Their laws are false, and then they want to force it upon the people, you know. But anyways, we have become like an enemy to these people, man, to the heathen, you know. But truly, we're just princes of the power, man, because they'll talk about how we're terrorists and this and that, when any of that is not, all of that is not true at all, man. You know, Salakia. You know. When all that is not really true, man. Salakia, you know, all that really that these people be talking about is not even true, man, at all, you know. So yeah, man, and we see it clearly, man, that these people, what they're speaking of is not really true, you know. But yeah, you know, these people on television, these people on TV and all that, it's all depiction of false reality, man. You know, but the real depiction is in this Bible, man, when it speaks of our Lord in Revelation, you know, how his hair was white like wool and his feet as if it burned in the fire as brass, you know, or if we paraphrase, you know. So the Lord truly has dark skin, man, you know. He's a dark-skinned man. So that's the truth, you know. But yeah, it says right here, it says of testimony and judgment. Look at that, of divine instruction. True doctrine. Look at that. And that's what we preach, man. We preach the doctrine of life here, man, you know, to the people, you know. So yeah, let's get this out now. This is Ecclesiasticus 43:10. It reads, at the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. Right. This is why we ought to be watchful, you know. We gotta be vigilant. We gotta be watchful. Yep, we gotta do all this, man, to really, you know, stay in this truth. Because the best thing, because I realized when you're in this truth, man, you start finding out yourself even more, man. You know, and then history don't lie, man. You know, that's one thing for sure. History does not lie. You know. But yeah, brothers, I'm pretty much ended there. You know, I don't want to say ratify, man. You know. Matter of fact, let me get this as well. This is block it. You know, I got these ads. But yeah, this and the reason you have that because you know I like to look up my words in the Blue Letter Bible. So like to look up a word in the Blue Letter, you need connection for that. But yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna get this out now. This Sirach, right? Also known as Ecclesiastes, right? Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, the 18th chapter. But yeah, before I get that, I want to find this precept as well. You know, because it's also about how great the Lord's judgments are. I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon. For great are thy judgments. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I found it, yep. But before I get that Wisdom of Solomon, let me get this out. This Ecclesiasticus 18 and 14. Yep, I'll start at 14. It reads, He hath mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgments. Now, ended at 15. My son, blemish not thy good deeds, neither use uncomfortable words when thou givest anything. Yep. So you have to be surety of thy neighbor, you know. You have to be sure that your neighbor is like a good person. But yeah, let me end it with this. This Wisdom of Solomon 17:1. It reads, For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. Yep. That's why we got to maintain the faith at all times. But yeah, with that, you know, pretty much I'm going to end it there. I don't want to say edified. And in closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Next up, honors to the elders of GMS of Great Millstone that rule well and continually teach on down single brothers. Peace and blessings to the elect. The Bayasha, the House of David, Shalom, Hakim, Yahweh Shai, Barakadam to the elect.